When I was growing up, we used to watch Hallmark movies and we always used to believe this was the best things on TV. One of the things that I get a vibe from when I watched Ghosted was it reminded me of watching films such as Seventh Heaven, those type of films whereby you don't really have much expectation. It's a good family movie. But when I was watching it, I couldn't help but not shake this feeling of when they were making this film, I felt like they were trying to test out what it would be like to have a female James Bond, like what it would be like to have a female superhero that a crowd can go behind. That's the feeling that I got. And the more I watched it, the more I could see how much they had turned around characters such as Jason Bond, characters such as James Bond, characters like that, and turned him into a female, into a lady, to whereby you see her being pursued by this guy who's in love, who's not really smart, who's not really a lot of things, but just infatuated by this girl, which works when you have stars such as Chris Evans playing such a character, and you have Ana de Armas playing the girl. It gave me big hope. I expected a lot from the film when I was watching it, but I was thoroughly disappointed by the entire experience of the whole movie because I felt like it missed the mark and it missed the point. If you watched The Gray Man or if you watched James Bond, like No Time to Die, I think Ana de Armas was in that movie. In both those films, her character for me seemed appealing. It seemed approachable with someone that you want to get to know, someone that you want to have a relationship as an audience member. That's something that I felt took me. But when I was watching Ghosted, I didn't fall in love with the character. I didn't fall in love with everything that she stood for. I didn't understand it. And I felt it was pushed to this extent of her being a hero, being a spy, and the movie ended up losing its flavor. If you haven't watched Ghosted, let's watch the trailer.
I was just wondering if you wanted to, go out sometime.
You want to get a coffee?
Now?
Yes, now.
I'll just hang on.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be.
Her name is Sadie.
Next to you.
I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but I think she might be the one.
I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
She really is great.
It seems like this, like where you see the sex scene. Like it reminds me a lot of James Bond movies where he has sex with a girl and then disappears the next day because he has to go out and save the world. And then you're like, okay, cool.
Any word?
She ghosted him.
I bet she isn't even seeing your text.
She does travel a lot for work.
Go to her.
I'm going to London.
See, you get it. It's a grand romantic gesture.
Yeah, that is amazing, mate. 5,000 miles to surprise a girl that you've only met once, especially if she's the one who ghosted you.
No, she didn't ghost me. She just doesn't have an international calling plan.
Oh, right.
Where am I?
Oh, God, you have the wrong guy? I'm a farmer. Wait.
Whoa.
Can you walk, Cole? Can you walk, Cole?
Who are you?
You see, like it's very difficult to go through the entire trailer. I felt like whoever made this thing had an agenda that they were trying to push, and it comes across so blatantly.
DIA.
So confused. They kept asking me about the tax man.
He asked you about the taxman.
They think I am a tax man.
He asked you about the taxman.
You're the tax man.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You got me kidnapped and tortured all after one day. I saw the rock.
You're the one who flew to London.
It was a romantic gesture.
Get every bounty hunter on the continent. I want her alive.
This is bigger than you and me.
Did it never occur to you that he could be a foreign asset trying to compromise your mission?
Who the hell are you?
I'm the boyfriend.
Do you trust me?
Is that a joke?
You see, I've often been of the belief that the film industry is full of money laundering. How much money was put into this in order to have Chris Evans, Ana de Armas on it, you know, and the other top actors that are in this movie, how much money had to be paid and how much was the budget is a valid question which needs valid answers. Because this movie, I feel like it feels like a tester of what would happen if we had a female Bond, but also it feels like it's something that a bunch of people with money just said, hey, let's throw around this and let's see if we can make this idea into something that people will watch, which is very disappointing being a fan of both actors. You know, I'm someone who would watch anything Ana de Armas did. Like I watched Blonde and I truly enjoyed that. I watched Grey Man and I truly enjoyed that. But when I watch Ghosted, I feel robbed of my time. I feel robbed of the experience. You know, it has moments, dramatic moments where the cinematography is awesome, and then it just has weird moments. The final part where they're in the I'm assuming a building where it rotates, you can tell like it felt as if this was shot by amateurs, by student. It felt like a student film, the final scene. And there's nothing wrong with that if the story is important, because the moment that for me they lost me is when I started paying attention to cinematography rather than to the storyline. When I think about this movie, I feel very, very, disappointed. I feel like it's a missed opportunity to do something great. I'm someone who grew up watching The Blacklist. If you watch The Blacklist, there's this girl